All right, guys, you're back with us here at Beamer Sun Garage, and we appreciate you coming back, each and every one of you guys. We do appreciate all our subscribers and our viewers. And if you're just a viewer, then we, hope you would consider us to subscribe and hit the subscribe button down there and hit the bell button. That way you'll get alerted every time we make a video. So hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and on to the video. Okay, so our last video was the Mr. Obvious video. And we want to thank all Mr. Obvious's fans out there. Mr. Obvious is really humble right now that there's that many people that enjoy his show. So Mr. Obvious wants to say thanks, and we appreciate you. Mr. Obvious coming out. We love every one of you. So, not being outdone by these cars here that in line here, the two Skylarks, the two Fords, and the Plymouth and the Pear Tree, okay? There's other cars around here. And, well, there's one of them. There's a Plymouth, another one, Valiant, 1964, that had a 6-cylinder, 3 on the tree, and it's got a 318 in it now. It's pretty cool. We did a lot of work to that just to get that thing back up and going. And that just sits there now. But, hey, we're going to resurrect it. And we never did finish resurrect. We got it running and driving and moving. But it needed brakes and tires and, fuel system. It needed a lot of work. Freeze-out plug had some, had a rust hole in it. So it don't hold coolant. So we got to put a freeze-out plug in it. And then other cars here are this 66 Bonneville convertible that we've done extensive amount of work and videos of this car over the years. We bought this from, well, I wouldn't say he's the original owner, but he owned it the longest. And we bought this from a friend of mine. It was in a garage for some 30 years, and there was stuff piled onto the ceiling. Stuff piled. There was couches and recliners and all kinds of stuff was piled on this car. And my son bought the car, and then there was painstaking cleaning the garage out to get this out. And I sent my great friend Richard Crocker over there with his rollback, and he brought me the car. And the car came here, and the first day the car came here, me and my son, we had it in the garage at that time. The driveway wasn't cleared, and the garage wasn't cluttered with the Challenger. Anyways, my mom was still alive. And my son and I, we labored 6 hours on this car. And the starter was new, but it wasn't right. They didn't hook the ground up on the solenoid. We took the starter off, fixed it, put it back, got it cranking. It wouldn't fire. We put points in it, condenser, we got it firing. And it wouldn't run still because, well, the lifters were dry. So it took a lot of cranking, a lot of fouling plugs, a lot of drying plugs out. 6 hours of, working on this thing between the starter and getting it running again, and we fired this car up. So we done tarp it, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. My son's got a truck cap on it that I engineered for it to keep the water from getting into the convertible top. And it's covered with 1, 2, I think there's 3 tarps on that thing. And the next one is a 73 Plymouth Fury. That's been one of my favorite cars that I chased this car when I was in my 20s. And it belonged to an elderly woman. And she had it since it was new, and her husband maintained it. He passed away. And then about 5 years ago? Yeah, it was right before my mom died. We found this car. And I had found it where it was parked at. It was parked in Georgetown. And she kept the car forever. She would never sell it to me. Then she decided to call Boyd's Transmission. They got a little towing business. Boyd's Towing and Transmission. And they came and picked it up. And probably gave her $100 for it. And he listed it on Facebook Marketplace. I found it. Like a long story short, we went over, my son bought it. And I got the car I wanted for like 40 years. I was after that car. Which one is that? Sam 2? Sammy, you're all over that, ain't you? You just love daddy, huh? You do, don't you? Yeah, you're one of my daddy kittens. So there's a couple more. There's 3 more. And we'll save another video for on up the driveway. We won't burn you out, but there's plenty more cars. There's a 69 Cadillac. There's a 66 Bonneville. There's a whole story behind that car, where it came from. The Duster. Oh, God, I chased that Duster too, probably. Actually, it was the other way around. I chased this car for 40 years, that Duster, and the Fury for 30 years. Yeah, so I started chasing this car was in my 30s. And the Challenger, I got 2 Challengers. I had 3. I traded 1 Challenger for a Roadrunner. Anyways, I got 2 Challengers. Duster there. I went after that car in my 20s. I was about 20 years old when I first saw that car. But that's for the next video. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Check out my friend's Actions Auto Parts. Hey, Jamie, what's up, man? Check out my friend Jamie Phillips's Actions Auto Parts. Stanford, Kentucky. Cool guy. I just junked one for a neighbor. It was an 00 or 01 Nissan, like a Pathfinder pickup. And I hauled it for my buddy. I cut the Cadillac converters off for my buddy. He gave me the battery and tires out of it. So I got the tires on Facebook Marketplace for sale. And he gave me this cool battery. Autocraft silver. Yeah. And this pickup truck, actually that goes in the bed of a pickup truck. And so, let's see if I can't get it out. Looks like it's going to be more difficult. I didn't bring my apparatus, guys, so I'm on one-handed band right now. I don't know if I can. This is supposed to go in the pickup truck in the bed of a pickup. Man, it looks like it's made for a little bed. But we got a pickup. And we got our replacement for our HD truck. This is the 1500 Z71. And it looks rough, and it is. But for 1,500 bucks, you know, or whatever it was I paid for it, I don't remember now. Hey. I like that. Is it going between the rails? No. Yeah, that'll keep stuff on the front. Yeah, I like that. Definitely like that. So we do an upgrade with that. We got to get some rocker panel covers for this side, fix that rear door, and the same thing over here. Other than this side's got the rocker panels on. Yeah, it's got the rocker covers. There's the cover, that black cover. So we got a door to fix here, door to fix on the other side. The bed, I'm gonna run the bed till it falls apart and falls off the truck. But I need a bed for it. But I mean, it is what it is, you know. It's a cheap truck. We bought it dirt cheap. I mean, I paid $4,400 for that truck, and it's totaled now. I mean, it rolled, I don't know, 15, 20 times, whatever it was. I don't know how many times I rolled, guys. I just know I rolled a bunch. That's all I know. Yeah. That was my baby. Tailgate won't shut. Taillights are all, well, there's one of the taillights right there in the bed. I believe it's junk. And you're seeing it good because the tarp's covering all the damage. But this truck is damaged on every panel, except for the tailgate. That's the only thing that didn't get hurt. This truck is just mangled. I don't want to go through the trouble of tarping it, but I can do this. Show you some of the damage to this thing. It's just unbelievable. And how I ever lived was the grace of God and my angels. That's the only explanation I could have for it, because it would have killed a normal man. Well, I'm not normal. Yeah, boy, my son really bungeed it on it. Yeah, it'll be for another video. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Check out our friends Actions Auto Parts, like I told you, and Scott's Speed Shop. And we appreciate every one of you guys for our views on our Mr. Obvious show. And chime in if you like. Let me know you like Mr. Obvious, the Mr. Obvious show. Let me know. See you in the next one, guys. Gates closed. Bye-bye.